Committee will come to order. We are considering this morning the nomination of Mr. David Bernhardt to be the Secretary of the Interior. Mr. Bernhardt, I welcome you back to the committee. Again, you've been here numerous times. Thank you for the visit that we had last week. I know that you've had a chance to visit with many of the members. I know they appreciate that time with you, as I certainly did. And I also want to thank you for all that you have done at the department, for your willingness to serve in a new and a higher capacity, and for enduring what has become, I guess, an increasing slog through the nomination process. So thank you for that. Senator Gardner will introduce Mr. Bernhardt here shortly, and then Mr. Bernhardt will give his opening statement. I'll swear you in. But I want to start off by explaining why I believe David Bernhardt is an excellent choice for this important position. Part of it is background. As a Colorado native and an avid sportsman, Mr. Bernhardt understands how federal land management decisions affect local communities. He has seen how federal policies impact people's access to and use of public land, and he recognizes the need to balance conservation with opportunities for economic development. Another part of it is experience. We need experience around here. Mr. Bernhardt has served as solicitor, as Deputy Secretary, and now as Acting Secretary of the Interior. He has proven his ability to lead the department. He's built strong working relationships with those who are affected by its decisions. I believe there's no question that he is ready for the job and can handle everything that it entails. These are crucial considerations, especially for those of us from Western states. We all know the story around here. I talk about it a lot. Alaska has more federal land than any other, and the Department of Interior controls most of those acres. Back home, we often refer to the department as our landlord, not necessarily something that we enjoy, but it has been, not in glowing terms, it's been a part of our reality there. People in Alaska clearly recognize that the decisions that are made back here have direct impact on them, their families, and their livelihoods. But we've seen a change in that relationship with this administration. I think we've gone from that landlord-tenant, can I hang a picture over here type of a relationship to one that is based more on a working partnership. And I appreciate that a great deal. We have seen good progress in the state of Alaska with this administration in several different areas, whether it's the NPRA, whether it's the 1002, whether it's gaining access for a small community in remote Alaska. We've had a good partner there. When I meet with Alaskans, the prevailing sentiment is that Interior is doing a good job, and that's a sea change from where we were just a few years ago. I think it helps to have some Alaskans on your team, which I greatly appreciate. You've got Joe Bailash, you have Tara Sweeney as the Assistant Secretary, but I think we also see the reflection of the work led by Secretary Zinke at the time when you were working with him as deputy and basically the chief operating officer there. So Alaska is not alone in seeing the benefits. A lot of people in a lot of states are benefiting from better leadership at the department, and that's why Mr. Bernhardt's nomination is supported by a wide range of stakeholder groups, ranging from the Alaska Federation of Natives to Ducks Unlimited and the Safari Club. But for all the progress that we've made, we know that there's a lot of work ahead. We need to fully tap into our resource potential. We need to strengthen our mineral security, something that I talk about a lot here on the committee. We need to address the multi-billion-dollar maintenance backlog at our land management agencies, particularly the National Park Service. That's a concern that many of us have. We need forest management reforms to address the growing threat of wildfire. We need to lift decades-old public land orders. And we need to do more to address climate change. And we've got to account for our territories, which clearly have a variety of different needs. And that's only a partial list here. So we'll have an opportunity this morning to engage you in further questions. For members who have questions here this morning, I'm here for as long as anybody else wants to be. Committee members will have their standard opportunity to submit questions for the record. I would ask that these questions be returned today by close of business. But Mr. Bernhardt, I want to wrap up by thanking you for your willingness to continue to serve and to take on even more responsibility at the department. I also appreciate the work that you did with our committee and internally in the administration to help so many members advance their priorities into law with the recently passed lands package. That was significant legislation for many of us on a host of different levels, and you really helped to facilitate that. So thank you so much for that. This is your third nomination, so you know the drill here. You know also that the nomination process has become unfortunately more difficult, perhaps more contentious, even for good and well-qualified individuals. But know that my intention is to move quickly to confirm you to this new role as soon as we possibly can. With that, Senator Manchin, I will turn to you for your opening.
Thank you.